Jammu Links News Top Stories is brought to you by Tasya Herbals alcohol-based hand sanitizer with neem and aloe vera extracts, helping India fight COVID-19. With 1,074 COVID-19 patients getting cured in the last 24 hours, India's recovery rate has further moved to 27.52%, said the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare on Monday. This is the highest number of cured patients in a day. 11,706 people have been cured till to date. According to the official data, India has registered 2,553 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours, which has surged the total number to 44,532.
देखें तो 1074 people have been cured. It is such a positive news that this is the highest number in terms of cured patients noted till date. और इसके साथ ही हमारा रिकवरी रेट अब देखें तो है बढ़कर 27.52% हो चुका है.
The Civil Secretariat, the seat of J&K administration, partially reopened in the summer capital on Monday amid coronavirus pandemic that has so far claimed 8 lives in the Union Territory. Lieutenant Governor of J&K Girish Chandra Murmu received the ceremonial guard of honor. However, due to extraordinary circumstances created by COVID-19, Civil Secretariat at Jammu will continue to remain functional and the MOVE employees shall work on as is where is basis. The Jammu and Kashmir administration has declared the entire Kashmir Valley and 3 districts of Jammu region as red zone based on overall assessment of the coronavirus situation and expected movement of stranded persons to the Union Territory. The classification of district was given in an order issued by Chief Secretary BVR Subramaniam on Sunday night. As per the order issued by the Jammu and Kashmir administration, entire Kashmir Valley, which comprises 10 districts, have been declared as red zone. In Jammu region, 3 districts of Jammu, Samba and Kathua are in red zone, it said, while 4 districts of Jammu region, Udhampur, Riyasi, Ramban and Rajouri are in orange zone. Doda, Kishtwar and Poonch are in green zone. Jammu and Kashmir government has issued a fresh set of guidelines for the lockdown which has been extended till May 17th, allowing movement of individuals in vehicles for permitted activities across the Union Territory. According to the order dated May 3rd, the movement of individuals for all non-essential activities in all areas between 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. is restricted, and district magistrate have been asked to issue specific prohibitory orders under section 144 of CRPC in this regard. Asserting that over the next few days the Public Safety Act orders of former Chief Minister Mehbooba Mufti and others are due to expire, National Conference Vice President Omar Abdullah on Monday said that it was high time they are set free and allowed to resume a normal life. Abdullah, who is the former Chief Minister of J&K, said that there was no justification for their detention, much less as extension. The 434-kilometer-long Srinagar-Leh National Highway connecting Ladakh with Kashmir Valley was reopened on Monday after remaining closed for 3 days due to landslides triggered by incessant rain. The Leh Highway reopened on April 11 after remaining closed for the past about 5 months due to accumulation of snow and slippery road conditions. However, only vehicles carrying essentials including petrol, diesel and LPG cylinders were allowed to ply on the highway. BJP J&K President Ravinder Raina and Journal Secretary Ashok Kaul on Monday launched helpline for J&K people stranded in other states and nominated senior party leaders to assist the needy people during coronavirus pandemic. Raina said that BJP is concerned about all J&K residents stranded in other states and will assist them in their safe return in the phased manner. J&K BJP also requests all the people who will come back to J&K to strictly adhere to all the guidelines issued by the administration.
एक हेल्पलाइन भारतीय जनता पार्टी जम्मू कश्मीर ने जारी की है जो अलग अलग स्टेट्स के लिए, अलग अलग स्टेट्स में जो जम्मू कश्मीर के लोग इस वक्त इस लॉकडाउन के अंदर फंसे हैं, खासकर जो हमारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं.
The Supreme Court on Monday reserved its order on a batch of petitions seeking restoration of 4G internet services in Jammu and Kashmir, claiming the 2G service available in the Union Territory is not sufficient for education and business purposes amid the ongoing coronavirus-induced lockdown. A three-judge bench headed by Justice N.V. Ramana said that it is taking into consideration all the issues in the matter and that it does not require any additional material in the case. Over 100 migrant labourers hailing from Uttar Pradesh started walking to their native villages from Jammu on Monday, prompting the local administration to intervene and send them back to their rented accommodations amid the third phase of the nationwide lockdown. The labourers, moving in three separate groups, were stopped by police at Trikutanagar locality after covering a distance of a few kilometres from their places of stay. They were asked to return after assuring them that necessary arrangements would be made for their comfortable stay and early departure. India on Monday lodged protest with Pakistan for its effort to bring material change in Pak-occupied territories and asked it to vacate them, the Ministry of External Affairs said. India issued a demarque to Islamabad protesting Pakistan's Supreme Court's order on so-called Gilgit-Baltistan, it said. In a recent order, the Pakistan Supreme Court allowed the amendment to the Government of Gilgit-Baltistan Order of 2018 to conduct the general elections in the region. India told Pakistan that the entire J&K and Ladakh, including areas of Gilgit and Baltistan, are integral part of India, the MEA said. The Indian Army, along with civil administration of Srinagar, have established a COVID-19 healthcare centre for the people of Kashmir. The healthcare centre has the capacity to hold 250 COVID-19 patients. The centre has been divided into two parts, one for suspected patients and the other half for confirmed cases of COVID-19. Out of 250 beds, which have been provided, 70 to 80 beds are dedicated for females, 14 beds have been set up in the ICU, while 30 beds in high-density unit for patients who need acute care. The Indian Railways has said that it is charging only stranded fare in Shramik special trains from state governments, which is just 15% of the total cost incurred by railways. The Railways is running Shramik special trains, keeping berths empty in each coach to maintain social distancing, said sources, adding the trains are returning empty from destinations under lock and key. Free food and bottled water is also being provided to the migrants by Railways. A 60-foot-long Bailey Bridge has been constructed over the Kabban Nala to ensure connectivity to the remote areas of Padar subdivision in Jammu and Kashmir's Kishtwar district. The bridge was launched on Sunday by the 118 Road Construction Company of the General Reserve Engineering Force, headed by Lieutenant Colonel Shiv Bahadur, under the Beacon project in a record time of just 1 day. The road at Kabban Nala was washed away on April 19 due to torrential rain in the area, and the GREF at that time made alternate diversion routes with huge pipes as an immediate arrangement to restore interim connectivity. Jammu and Kashmir Excise Department on Monday destroyed 1,950 kgs of lahan during raids carried in different areas of Kathua district. On the direction of Excise Commissioner Rajesh Kumar Shawan, a team raided Kangdial, Dabwal and Upper Saktachak areas of Kathua district to check the maniac of illicit distillation of liquor. The Bharatiya Janata Party suffered a major setback in Union Territory as President Chering Dorje resigned from the party in protest against failure of the administration to evacuate Ladakhi people stranded in various states in the country due to lockdown following COVID-19 pandemic. Dorje, who was recently appointed first president of the BJP, said he has resigned from his position as well as primary membership of the party. The Indian Army held a wreath-laying ceremony for security personnel who lost their lives in the Handwara encounter in Jammu and Kashmir. Colonel Ashutosh Sharma, Major Anuj Sood, Nayak Rajesh Kumar and Lance Nayak Dinesh Singh had lost their lives in the Handwara encounter on May 2nd, while 4 army personnel and a police sub-inspector lost their lives in the encounter. The civilians trapped in the house were safely evacuated. 2 terrorists were also killed in the operation. Equity Nifty benchmark Sensex plummeted 5.94% or 2,002 points on Monday, tracking massive sell-offs in global markets amid rising US-China tensions. After a highly volatile session, the 30-share BSE index settled at 31,715.35, plunging 2,002.27 points or 5.94%. Similarly, the broader NSE Nifty suffered a heavy loss of 566.40 points or 5.74% to settle at 9,293.50. After staying shut for the 40-day lockdown to slow the spread of the novel coronavirus, alcohol shops across states that met the government's condition began opening their shutters on Monday. On social media, people from across the country shared photos and videos of the long queues that were visible outside these stores, not always with adequate physical distancing.